We don't hate you. We don't care enough about you to hate you. We just see that you're a fool. You make a fool out of yourself virtually every day. That's why we talk about you. We're laughing at you. We're making a mockery of you. You're making a mockery of yourself. It's not hatred. You really should learn to distinguish between those two different emotions because you're receiving one in droves, and it's not hatred. You can act, like you're Beyonce all you want. You're not. And just like her, you can play the victim when you're not. But you're going to have your hands full with people laughing at you because you behave so foolishly.
This isn't a light criticism. It's a complete breakdown happening right in front of everyone. Jasmine Crockett, once hyped as the Democrats' next rising star, sees her polished image fall apart as she's pulled into harsh reality. Kelly doesn't just question Crockett's credibility, she takes it apart piece by piece, revealing someone built more on image than real substance. What once looked like a fast climb to the top now turns into a sharp crash, leaving Crockett standing in the fallout while Kelly walks away without looking back.
I've had about enough of her. She wants to be like a member of the squad. She thinks of herself like an AOC. She talks like, she's from the hood. Meanwhile, she grew up in a nice family. She didn't talk like this 3 years ago. 3 years ago, she sounded like you and I sound in this conversation. Like, I'm really excited to be going to Congress. I can't wait to get started on my new job. And now she's like, we need a smack.
Kelly zeroes in on Crockett's biggest weakness, confusing loudness with real power. The more Crockett raises her voice, the more she believes she's winning the moment. But being loud doesn't prove anything, and outrage isn't evidence. Megyn Kelly cuts straight through the act, showing that beneath the shouting, dramatic gestures, and over-the-top energy, there's very little substance. It's like watching someone slam the table while the real point completely slips past them. Crockett mistakes her own echo for authority, and Kelly breaks that illusion with calm, relentless precision.
So she claims to be, from her people. She puts on this image that she understands the Black American struggle. But let's face it, the girl went to private school. She went on to, I don't know what college and law school. She went to, it's like, she's a complete fake.
Yeah.
She's as fake as her eyelashes. She's as fake as her hair. She's as fake as her fingernails. And she is such a massive fraud.
What makes Kelly's takedown so powerful is how clearly she shows that Crockett's rise wasn't driven by real skill, but by a political system searching for a flashy face. Crockett didn't earn the spotlight. She was placed there because she looked the part. She became useful as a loud enforcer, a dependable voice for party leadership, and not much more. Even now, she hasn't shown much beyond reacting on cue when it's time to attack. Right on schedule, Megyn Kelly pulls off the mask, exposing a politician held up by image and optics, not real ability.
Clinton administration.
Please calm down.
Don't tell me to calm down, because y'all talk noise and then
You're out of control.
He said, Jasmine, what you have to realize is that if you are really going to make change, it's not going to be in the Texas House. He said, you did a great job playing defense, but you have a chance to play offense.
If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad-built butch body.
Meanwhile, you pointed out, like, her high school looks like a cast.
Kelly doesn't just go back and forth, she completely flips the story. She puts Crockett right in line with a familiar type of politician who mistakes performance for progress and self-promotion for real public service. From the over-the-top moments in committee rooms to the obsession with going viral, every smirk and dramatic eye roll becomes part of Kelly's sharp critique. This isn't leadership, it's theater. Kelly makes it clear, showing Crockett as less of a serious lawmaker and more like a bargain bin influencer who somehow ended up in Congress.
We were having a committee hearing on oversight, and it was really late at night. And I was really irritated because I'm always like, why can't we work normal work hours like regular people, 8 to 5? I don't know what's wrong with Congress that we're always doing crazy things at 9, 10, 11, 2 a.m. under Nancy Pelosi. So we're on the oversight committee, and she is running off her mouth, and I shot at her about her massively huge fake eyelashes.
Yeah, this made news.
Yeah, and I was like, well, I said something along the lines of like, well, you can't read it because of your fake eye.
The hardest hit comes when Kelly focuses on Crockett's so-called achievements. Once the hype is stripped away, the record looks painfully thin. She's mastered the skill of jumping into every controversy. But when it comes to writing serious laws or delivering real results, the list almost vanishes. Kelly presses on this gap again and again, exposing the space between Crockett's non-stop self-promotion and what she's actually done. It's a blunt reminder that Crockett's biggest strength isn't leadership, it's staying visible.
But you're going to have your hands full with people laughing at you because you behave so foolishly. And the fact that you're a diva bitch behind the scenes, so much worse. You're not even beloved by your staff. Like, you alienate everyone. The people who know you best don't like you. The people who are just glancing at what you're putting out there publicly don't like you. So who likes you?
Megyn Kelly focuses on Crockett's heavy reliance on identity politics. When tough questions come up, Crockett often hides behind race and gender, turning criticism into a personal attack instead of answering what's actually being asked. Kelly cuts straight through that weak defense, showing how empty it really is. No label can cover the fact that Crockett's arguments lack depth. Her approach feels scattered, and her priorities are unclear. What the audience sees isn't a bold fighter, it's a politician using division to her own advantage. And Kelly doesn't stop there. She also points out Crockett's lack of discipline. While others in Congress try to keep things serious, Crockett turns debates into shouting matches and conversations into viral moments. That behavior might grab attention online, but it costs credibility in Washington. Strong leaders know when to push and when to hold back. Crockett doesn't, and Kelly exposes that flaw with sharp, unmistakable clarity.
Perfect. The Human Rights Campaign. These are the people who run around harassing every business to make sure that they're being pro-LGBTQ and pro-DEI and not doing anything that a Human Rights Campaign finds offensive in any way, shape, or form, unless if you are in a wheelchair and are the governor of Texas, in which case it is fine for Jasmine Crockett to do this to you. Watch.
Because we in these hot-ass Texas streets, honey. Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now.
Megyn Kelly goes straight at the hypocrisy that seems to follow Crockett everywhere. Crockett criticizes privilege while openly enjoying its benefits. She attacks the system, yet never hesitates to profit from it. She talks non-stop about fairness and justice, then mocks anyone who dares to question her. Kelly lays this pattern out step by step, stacking example after example until the contradiction is impossible to ignore. This isn't a small flaw, it's central to who she is, and nothing destroys credibility faster than double standards. But Kelly goes even further, breaking down the entire image Crockett has built. While Crockett thrives on chaos, Kelly stays calm and refuses to take the bait. She shows how every outburst signals insecurity, how the constant need for attention reveals weakness, and how nonstop defensiveness proves an inability to handle real debate. Crockett doesn't come off as strong. She appears unsettled, shaken, and off balance. The impact hits even harder when Kelly points out Crockett's obsession with image. Instead of governing, she chases viral moments, fixates on appearances, and turns soundbites into short-lived trends. Kelly makes the message clear. Branding might grab attention, but it exposes weakness, not real power.
Guest has some more on Ms. Crockett. He's Benny Johnson. He's host of The Benny Show, and he has an exclusive report now on Crockett's alleged background. See, he traveled to where Crockett claims she is from a tough area of South Dallas. You know, you hear her speak. She tries to talk street like, okay. Compared to where she's actually from, it's quite a different picture. Where she's actually from is a beautiful, well-manicured area for the elite.
Crockett built her public rise on waves of outrage, but Kelly makes one thing clear: outrage never lasts. The same crowd cheering today moves on tomorrow, leaving her chasing the next viral moment just to stay in the spotlight. Kelly explains how hollow that cycle really is. It's a political sugar rush, loud for a moment, but with nothing solid underneath. She also points out how Crockett deals with critics, not with ideas, but with personal attacks. Instead of debating the issues, she targets people. Kelly shows how that shortcut destroys credibility and burns every bridge along the way. Crockett leans into division because it keeps attention on her, but Kelly proves that chaos doesn't build real influence. A force that only breaks things earns no respect without purpose. The real shift happens when Kelly turns Crockett's so-called strengths into clear weaknesses. The temper praised as passion comes off as immaturity. The boldness sold as bravery looks like recklessness. And the defiance framed as authenticity reveals insecurity. Kelly doesn't just criticize, she completely redefines the narrative.
The only thing hot about him is that he is a hot-ass mess, honey.
I got to check my woke rule book, Walter, but I'm not sure that, I don't think that's allowed. I do not think you refer to the guy who's in a wheelchair as the governor of your state as Governor Hot Wheels. Some of her defenders online are like, we all call him that down here. And as far as I can tell, it's only nasty leftists who do. Not sure that gives you a pass.
What makes Megyn Kelly's takedown of Jasmine Crockett so compelling is how effortless it seems. Crockett storms in with noise and fury, but Kelly responds with calm control and razor-sharp focus. While Crockett fails, Kelly dismantles her step by step. Crockett's loudness may fill the room, but Kelly's analysis hits deeper, lands harder, and leaves no doubt about who really owns the moment. By the end, the audience isn't just unconvinced, they feel secondhand discomfort for Crockett. The impact sticks because there's nowhere left to hide behind charm or rookie excuses. Kelly peels back the illusion, revealing a politician who's painfully ordinary, lacking the discipline and depth to be taken seriously. In Washington, where perception often equals power, that kind of exposure is brutal. Crockett aimed to shine as a rising star, but after Kelly's dismantling, she looks more like a shooting star, bright for a moment, then fading fast. The blow lands even harder when Kelly shows Crockett's reliance on personality over substance. Charisma may grab attention, but it can't sustain a lasting career.
To become, instead of someone who dumbs themselves down or lies about where they come from to try to be more hood.
Yes, that's what she's doing all the time. And she didn't talk like this before either, where she's like, y'all, I know, my homie, and I'm like, okay, that didn't exist. We ran tape from her. Before she ran for office, she sounded like a normal person. But now she's gone full street with the super long nails too, and like the lips and the gloss and like the eyelashes. She's really laying it on because she wants to be seen as like this down-home girl who...
Kelly shines a harsh, unflinching light on the truth. She strips away every layer of performance, leaving Crockett exposed with nothing but a lackluster record she spent so long hiding. That's the brutal reality of political theater. Once the illusion cracks, it rarely heals. Reforms, colleagues, opponents, and even the media start to look away. Where excitement once thrived, doubt takes root. Where hype lived, fatigue sets in. Crockett's real problem isn't just that Kelly challenged her. It's that she did it in a way that confirmed what many had already suspected. The illusion is gone, and that moment doesn't fade. In politics, it hardens into a permanent label. Kelly completely reshapes Crockett's image. The bold newcomer who once marketed herself as a disruptor now looks like another inflated figure quickly losing momentum. The lasting impression isn't of a fearless trailblazer, but of a politician stripped of mystique and revealed as ordinary. In Washington, where perception drives power, that kind of exposure is devastating.
How do you even like... There's no reaching across the aisle to that.
No,
Yeah, like,
not
that's
at all. Well, she's not a real person. So some interesting things that I've always observed about her is how she treats her staff. She treats her staff like they are just beneath her.
I read that in the New York Post. Can you confirm?
Yes.
Wow.
So she always has, one of her young male staffers has to carry her big, heavy handbag for her. She just hands it off. It's like...
The lesson hits hard and won't be ignored. Without real substance, every so-called rising star burns out faster than they ever climb. Crockett's critics now have new momentum. Her allies exchange uneasy whispers, and voters who once supported her will watch more closely the next time she steps into the spotlight. In politics, that kind of shift can be deadly, and it rarely reverses. Washington runs on reputation, quiet hallway talk, and stories shared behind closed doors. Kelly's takedown won't just make headlines, it will echo in those private conversations where careers are quietly shaped. From now on, every misstep Crockett makes will be measured against Kelly's dismantling, each stumble reinforcing the belief that she's unprepared, unserious, and unable to live up to her own hype. That perception becomes a trap, tightening with every move until it locks in place. Once a politician earns a reputation for being unserious in Washington, doors close, alliances fade, and opportunities vanish before they even appear. Crockett now stands in the danger zone, where ambition collides head-on with reality, and Kelly made sure that collision is impossible to ignore.
We know that we work for the American people, and what we not gonna do is stand around while they pull this that they trying to pull right now.
Like, what do you, we have videotape. Why are you talking like that? No one believes this bullshit. And now she's graduated to acting like a thug. So congratulations, your term in the U.S. Congress is going really well.
If Crockett pushes back, she looks frantic. If she holds back, she seems finished. There's no safe move left, and that's exactly why Kelly's takedown hit so hard. The brilliance isn't just in Kelly's sharp delivery, it's in the trap she set. Crockett can't escape the image Kelly has built, because every attempt to fight it only proves Kelly's point. This critique doesn't just sting, it defines her. In politics, once a narrative takes hold, it rarely fades. Because of Kelly, Crockett's image is now fixed. A politician fueled by hype, undone by immaturity, and exposed by someone who knows exactly how to strip away a facade. The irony is sharp. Crockett chased attention, and she got it, just not in the way she wanted. Instead of being celebrated as a rising voice, she's become a cautionary tale of what happens when hype outruns ability. Momentum is everything in politics, and when it flips against you, recovery is brutal. Kelly reversed the current, leaving Crockett scrambling not for influence, but for survival. Her brand is fractured, her image is in ruins, and Washington is already talking. From now on, when Jasmine Crockett's name comes up, it won't be about potential. It will be about how Megyn Kelly dismantled her with ruthless precision. That's the power of a takedown like this. It doesn't just win the moment, it rewrites the story. And for Crockett, that rewrite may mark the start of a long fall.